YouTube site, please. And remind everybody, if you've turned your phones back on, can you please make sure they're off again? Right to go. All right. Good evening, councillors, members of the gallery, and to viewers live streaming tonight's meeting. My name is Graham Milne, and I am the Mayor of the Buloke Shire Council. That sounds funny. And chairperson for tonight's council meeting. It's my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's council meeting. We'll be upstanding for the welcome, please. We acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting and pay our respects to their elders and to elders from other communities who may be here today. Thank you. This council meeting is being recorded and web streamed live to council's website via YouTube. This recording will also be available as video on demand. Attendees are advised they will be recorded during this meeting. A reminder that as councillors we will act in accordance with the Councillor Model Code of Conduct, which will support the principles of leadership and good governance that secures public confidence in the office of councillor. So again, tonight, the councillors and officers in attendance, I would like to introduce the councillors in attendance tonight. We have Councillor Stephen Barrett from Lower Avoca Ward, Councillor Charmaine Delaney from Mount Jeffcott Ward, Councillor Bernadette Hogan from Mallee Ward, Councillor Alan Getley from Mallee Ward, and Councillor Bruce Stafford from Lower Avoca Ward. I also introduce Mr Daniel McLaughlin, Chief Executive Officer, and our Executive Management team. Jenna Allen, Director of Corporate and Organisational Performance, Gaynor Atkin, Director of Community Development, and Jennifer Hewitt, our Manager of Governance. Jen. Also, we've got Georgia Brown, our Senior Executive Assistant, and Anthony Smith, our Executive Project Officer. We also have an apology tonight from Paula Gardner, who's our Acting Director of Infrastructure and Delivery. So, item 3, confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting. Councillors, could I please have a motion for the confirmation of the minutes of the council meetings that were held on the 15th of October 2025, 29th of October 2025 and the 5th of November 2025.
Right, for a motion.
Councillor Barrett. You need to state the story.
That council adopt the minutes of the council meeting held on 15th and 29th of October 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, through you, Mayor, we just need to amend that motion to include the minutes for the meeting for the 5th of November 2025. It's not
on there.
So the recommendation is from the 2nd of October to the 5th of November.
So that's the Assembly of Councillors.
That is too.
Yeah,
all right.
Just the previous minutes.
Newfangled things.
For clarity, do you mind if I just read the motion for Councillor Barrett? So it would be for confirmation of the minutes of the council meetings that were held on the 15th October 2025, 29 October 2025 and 5th of November 2025.
Yep.
Thank you.
You happy with that?
Yeah,
Councillor
happy
Barrett,
with that.
thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor.
Do we have a seconder?
Happy to second.
Councillor Hogan, thank you. Anything to say, Councillor Barrett?
No, I haven't got nothing further to add to that. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Hogan.
Happy with the minutes as presented.
Thank you. All in favour?
Right.
Unanimous. Declare that carried. Thank you. Request for leave of absence. Are there any requests for leave of absence?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to request a leave of absence from the 15th of December to the 4th of January 2026.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. As there is one request, could I? I need somebody to second that motion. We need a second, or we just approve this?
So,
Mr. Getley, Mr. Getley. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Look, I'll move that we grant the leave of absence to Councillor Barrett from those dates stated. Thank you.
Yep. Can I have a seconder for that, please? Councillor Delaney. All those in favour? Thank you, that's carried. So next is questions. Where are we? Item number 5. Declaration of pecuniary and conflict of interest. There we go. So, councillors and officers, are there any conflicts of interest to declare tonight?
No, Mr Mayor.
Ms Allen.
Thank you. Mr Mayor, through you, I have a declared conflict of interest for item 8.2.3, which is the Sport and Recreation Victoria Local Sports Infrastructure Fund for the Witch Group Netball Court. I have a general conflict of interest to declare as a like member.
Thank you, Ms Allen. So immediately before that item, you will disclose that again.
Yes.
And leave the room. Thank you very much. Questions from the public? Councillors, we've received one question for this evening's meeting. The Chief Executive Officer will read to the meeting the name of the person who has submitted the question and the text of the question, and then I will answer the question or nominate a councillor or a member of the council staff to answer the question. Thank you, Mr CEO.
thank you, Mayor, and through you, this question is from Hayden Collins of Birchip. The question is, can you please advise the amount spent to date on anything related to the issues with Court 2 at the Birchip Recreation Reserve, referenced on the Buloke Shire Council website as currently under investigation by Council? Court 2 surface condition is not safe to play on at present.
Thank you, Mr CEO. So our response at this time, Hayden, Buloke Shire Council has spent $30,031.50 as of the 31st of October 2025. The costs incurred relate to detailed soil investigations, site inspections and obtaining specialist expert advice to assess the issues affecting Netball Court 2 at the Birchip Recreation Reserve. The investigations and specialists' advice have been sought to assist in determining the cause of the court failure and what works are required to restore the court to a safe and playable condition. Council continues to work with relevant stakeholders to seek a resolution to this matter, and further costs are expected to be incurred in the short term. That's about as much as we can say at the moment, Hayden, so thank you for your question. All right, so item 7, procedural items. 7.1, report of councillor assemblies. Councillors, is there a motion to receive the report of councillor assemblies, please? Thank you, Councillor Hogan.
The recommendation is that the council note the Assembly of Councillors from the 2nd of October 2025 to the 5th of November 2025 as noted in the report. Would you like me to read them out?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that's... You can
You'd like me to read them out?
move the motion.
Oh, so I'm happy, yeah, so if I move that motion, that recommendation?
Yep.
So I have,
Thank you, Councillor Hogan. Is there a seconder for the motion, please? Councillor Delaney. Councillor Hogan, would you like to speak?
no, that is a true representation of the meetings which we attended.
Thank you very much. Councillor Delaney, anything?
No, may I just second Councillor Hogan's comment?
Thank you very much. Are there any other comments, questions? Thank you. So I'll put the vote. All those in favour?
Aye.
Carried. Thank you. 7.2, status of action of past council meeting resolutions. Councillors, is there a motion to receive the status of action of past council meeting resolutions?
Yes, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, councillor Barrett.
The
Yep.
council note the status of actions report for council resolutions documented in this report. That's the recommendation.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder for the motion? Councillor Stafford. Councillor Barrett, do you wish to comment?
No, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, councillor Stafford.
Nothing to add, Mr Mayor.
All right, thank you. Are there anybody else like to speak? Councillor Gatley.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and through you, the report has a lot of completed actions on there, and I think it's probably high time that some of those were removed from the report and the fresh ones brought to the top. Thank you.
Thank you. That is something that we can action.
Yeah, so through you, Mayor Millard, the decision was made to, when a action is complete, to have it for one further meeting to note as complete. Councillor Gatley, and then they'll be removed.
Thank you. Any further comments, discussion? I'll put the motion. All in favour?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Carried. 8 is general business. There are no policy reports this evening, so we'll move on to 8.2, management reports. 8.2.1, adopt and seek approval from the Minister for Planning for Planning Scheme Amendment C44 BLOK Planning Scheme Review. Councillors, do I have a motion for this item? Councillor Gatley.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. The recommendation that Council adopt the Planning Scheme Amendment C44 BLOK and seek approval from the Minister for Planning Scheme Amendment, same number. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for that motion, please? Councillor Barrett. Mr Gatley, Councillor Gatley, would you like to?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Yes, look, this is all like a procedural one. It tidies up the flood areas in Donald and Charlton, fairly procedural. Went out for public consultation and there wasn't much on that, so it just tidies everything up in those two towns and makes it more clearer for everybody. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr Gatley. All right. Councillor Barrett.
No, nothing further to add. Only that does make things a little bit simpler for the planning association, or planning.
Yep. Are there anybody else, any other councillors like to make a comment? All right, thank you. I put this to the vote. All in favour?
Aye.
That's carried. Thank you. So item 8.2.2, community grants and sponsorship. Councillors, do I have a motion for this item that's listed on our agenda? Councillor Hogan. Thank you.
Okay, the motion is that Council approves the officer recommendation to fund the following projects under the Community Grants Program. $2,000 to be allocated to the Charlton Bowling Club for their project Sun Smart Shades and rollout tarps.
Thank you, Councillor Hogan. Do I have a seconder for that motion, please? Councillor Delaney. Councillor Hogan, would you like to speak further?
This is a great project. It had received a high average score from the assessment team and is very timely as we're heading into summer. So it'd be good for the Charlton community.
Thank you, Councillor Delaney.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. It's a really excellent project and congratulations to Charlton Bowling Club.
Thank you. Are there any other councillors like to make comment? Councillor Barrett.
as a bowler, I appreciate that because I've got to stand out there in the sun. So yeah, any help in that regard is good.
All right. Any other discussion, comment? If not, I'll put that to the vote. Please, all in favour?
Right.
That's unanimous. Thank you. 8.2.3, Sport and Recreation Victoria, Local Sports Infrastructure Fund, which approved netball court. Thank you. Ms Allen has declared her interest and left the chamber. Councillors, do I have a motion for this item, please? Councillor Barrett.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. That just bear with me for a second when I get back to the recommendation. Thank you. It is here somewhere. Wait a minute. I got move over. No, that's not.
Have you been able to find it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It takes a little bit of, we're in the wrong area.
So page 41.
Yeah, just bear with me. I thought I had it, but.
So, sorry, Mr. Mayor.
8.2.3.
Point three.
Is somebody able to help?
Page 41.
Page 41.
We had it a minute ago, but trying to find it. Where's the recommendation there? Right. Sorry about that, folks.
That's right.
We're not all proficient in our technology.
Okay.
But the recommendation is that council commit 200,000 over the financial year 2026 to 27 annual budgets for the purpose of submitting an application to the Local Sports Infrastructure Fund for the construction of a compliant netball court and associated sports lighting, and 2, delegate authority to the Chief Executive Officer to apply for the Local Sports Infrastructure Fund, and 3, delegate authority to the Chief Executive Officer to underwrite a community contribution to the effect of 200,000, and 4, authorises the Chief Executive Officer to sign the funding agreement on behalf of the Council should the application be successful.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Do I have a seconder for that motion, please? Councillor Getley, thank you. Councillor Barrett, would you like to speak further?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Mayor. This obviously is welcome news to the community, and we need this, something that is needed in the netball area. We've got very good people using the facilities. Like there's lots of kids and ladies, I should say, as well, who play that netball in the area, and they need this facility. Yeah, so it'd be good to upgrade.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Councillor Getley.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And yeah, just to echo Councillor Barrett's statement, that this is needed, well needed. This fund is really hard fought. We had a lot of applications. This one is shovel ready, and I think it's a good project to support, and I think hopefully we are successful in getting the funding. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Are there any other councillors like to make a comment? No. If that being the case, I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? That's carried. Also unanimous. Thank you. We'll move on to 8.3 financial reports. There are no financial reports for this evening's meeting. Organisational reports 8.4. There are no organisational reports for this evening either. 8.5 report from councillors. Do we have any items of councillor reports this evening, please? We'll start with Councillor Barrett.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Apart from what I've attended, as in submitted online, Also got invited to speak at Probus, which we did last Tuesday. As you can see, I've got a bit of a caterpillar growing across the face, and that's to support Movember in men's health with suicide prevention, testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and mental health. So hopefully I can drum up a little bit of support from out there in the community to get on my spot, Steve Barrett, and donate a few bucks. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett, and as you're the most diligent in the room and have sent a report in, unlike the rest of us, Councillor Delaney.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. As most councillors, we do attend a lot of meetings, and my report is as stated. Thank you.
Thank you. I should have asked if there was any questions for Councillor Delaney, Councillor Barrett before I went to Councillor Delaney, but are there any questions for Councillor Delaney on her report? Comments? If not, we'll move to Councillor Hogan. Thank you.
A fairly busy month with a number of AGMs finishing up for the year. The Birchip Flower Show was another great success, held in October. And a very good crowd attended Remembrance Day in Birchip, where I laid a wreath on behalf of Buloke Shire, and yeah, just a pretty busy month with lots of meetings and getting things finalised before the end of the year. And a shout out to all the staff who have been working very, very hard to get all of the reports ready for us.
Thank you. Any questions, comments for Councillor Hogan? If not, we'll move on to Councillor Stafford.
Yeah, well, as with everyone else, been quite a few meetings and events that I've had to squeeze in. Going way back to, I think, 18th of October with Charlton Show, another successful event held by the Charlton A&P Society, so well done. 21st of October, Charlton Forum. Major issues raised there were the reinstatement of the solar lights on the river walking path. And a couple of repeat ones, sale of the Caravan Park lease, of course, and the status of the Charlton Hall were the major concerns there. I think there's probably some more to come out on those. 27th October, I had my usual coffee with the councillor at the Flow Cafe in Charlton. Nothing really came out of that much. I had a 3rd of October Central Victorian Greenhouse Alliance board meeting. I have already briefed councillors on what came out of that one. Charlton Committee of Park Management as well, which again was pretty run-of-the-mill. The most notable was my spending a day as a guest of the Central Victorian Dragon Drive at their opening day on Thursday, I think it was, last week. The event went off really, really well. They were really appreciative of the support council provided with them. I believe there's a few issues that still need to be sorted out post-event, but I'm sure they'll happen. And just another highlight, just something to highlight. Earlier in October, Golf Australia announced their Victorian Volunteer of the Year Award, and Anthony Hargraves, President of the Charlton Golf Club, received that award. Anthony does a power of work in the Charlton community. I think he's also the executive of the Queensland A79 car, bike and tractor club. So yeah, just a shout out to Anthony on receiving that award.
Thank you, Councillor Stafford. Councillor Gatley.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Yeah, look, apart from my normal run-of-the-mill things that I do around the places, I attended the Catholic Church in Charlton's 140th birthday, and that was well attended, and it's good to see a number of young people there that will continue to take that church forward in the coming years, so that was really good to see. With the CEO, attended up in Kerrang with the TCV cameras, the new things that show you where the towers are going to be placed on your farm. Interesting technology. There was one other thing I had, but I forgot to write it down, so that'll do. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
We'll let you do a Leo. Mr Getley?
No, I won't do
Getley?
that.
All right. Thank you for that. Look, I haven't submitted a report yet, and I'll get a slap for that, no doubt, but just to run through a couple of things. From the last ordinary meeting, Donald Wreck Reserve or Family Precinct and Donald 2000 meetings have been attended. We've had Buloke Tourism. I mean, I've missed the Leisure Centre, Birchip Leisure Centre AGM because of the other two meetings, unfortunately. Buloke Tourism night was on and missed the Birchip AGM for the forum, which I believe went very well, and officers were returned there. And I guess one of the things that was great for Buloke this month is the citizenship ceremony that we conducted here on the 29th of October, and I think there was eight or nine? Eight. And many different nationalities and a different mix of people and experience and desires for life in Australia. So that was good. The other thing I missed here on my list is the multicultural event run in Donald, which I have spoken about before, but certainly well organised. And while Councillor Delaney doesn't need to declare an interest in this, she did organise it, a lot of it with help, but it was another successful multicultural day in Donald, and it just showcased how many of our residents now newer Australians and of different ethnicities that are mixing in our communities and adding value to, especially with the food. Food was good. I like food. And look, I did attend along with my wife Kathy the Donald 2000 Cup Day luncheon at the tennis club in Donald, and that was a fantastic day. I haven't heard the full result on money raised, but Councillor Delaney was there, and I think she won all the sweets, but I'm not sure, or the white one. But that, look, good things. And Saturday night, I had the opportunity to attend the Litchfield Hall 100-year celebration. For a little country hall, Litchfield over the last 5 or 6 years has really punched above its weight, rejuvenated its space, and the hall is used on a very regular basis every week. So they need to be congratulated on reaching the 100 years, and they have plans to keep it going, and they've got a good little community out there to certainly push it along. So the other two meetings, I've been watching progress, and Birchip Forum on Monday night. So our community's Birchip Forum seems to be rejuvenated with a bit of a new committee after the election, and they've got plenty of plans on the go, and I think we might have had as many members at the Watch and Progress Association meeting that we've had for a long time, so we were happy with that. I'll leave it at that, thank you. All right, item 9, other business. So 9.1, notices of motion. Neighbourhood house funding, keep our doors open campaign. Somebody, Councillor Gatley, you're in the seat for this.
Yes, thank you, Mr Mayor. The following notice of motion has been put forward by myself for the purpose of action of the Council to acknowledge and write to the relevant ministers and departments regarding neighbourhood houses funding and the Keep Our Doors Open campaign. There's a summary there, but I don't propose to read all that, but I think there's just to pick a part out of that 185,000 Victorians rely on these services every week. This is the notice of motion that I will put forward. Mr Mayor, please that Council advocate to the Victorian Government for urgent increased funding for neighbourhood houses consistent with the Neighbourhood Houses Victoria, call for an additional 11.7 million per annum to ensure the sustainability of the sector and prevent the potential closure of up to 200 neighbourhood houses across Victoria. Point 2, direct the Mayor and the CEO to write to the relevant ministers for health, ageing, mental health, carers, volunteers, youth, equality, public and active transport, local members of Parliament and Neighbourhood Houses Victoria, expressing Council's strong support for 1. Increased ongoing core funding to reflect the rising operation costs, increased community demand and years of funding erosion. 2. Investment in the 25 currently unfunded neighbourhood houses across the state. And 3. Commit to the establishment of 22 neighbourhood houses in outer metropolitan and regional growth area. Section 3, highlight within the correspondence to the Minister and Members of Parliament the demonstrated community benefits delivered by neighbourhood houses, including more than 185,000 Victorians access to programs and local support through the 400 neighbourhood houses each week. Every $1 invested in neighbourhood housing funding generates $21.94 in community benefit. Neighbourhood houses participate results in 94 of visitors reporting improved physical wellbeing and 96% reporting improved emotional wellbeing. And 4, the sector contributes $922 million per year in overall benefits to the Victorian community. 4, continues to closely engage with the local neighbourhood houses within the Buloke Shire to understand current service pressures, the impacts of insufficient fundings and opportunities to strengthen Council's advocacy messaging. And 5, request in writing that the Municipal Association of Victoria, MAV, reinforces statewide advocacy of the Sustainability Index and contemporary funding model for neighbourhood houses. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Mr Getley. Councillor Getley.
Sorry, Mr Mayor, if I could just refer to Councillor Getley's item 2.3. It was a commitment to establishing 20 new neighbourhood houses in the outer metropolitan and regional growth areas. You concur, Councillor Getley?
Yep.
All good.
That's clear. All right. Thank you. Do I have a seconder for that motion, please?
Happy to second.
Councillor Hogan. Councillor Getley, would you like to speak to the motion?
I think I've said enough. Thanks, Councillor Bill.
You only went on for 10 minutes. Councillor Hogan.
Neighbourhood houses are an essential service in a number of our towns, and it would be a terrible shame if they were not to be funded correctly so that they could keep up the current service level that they do provide, and with sufficient funding hopefully increase their footprint across our populations which need to have these services delivered to them through this model. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hogan. Do we have anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Any other councillors like to speak in support of the motion?
Yes,
Councillor Barrett.
Yes, Mr Mayor. I believe that the neighbourhood houses are very worthwhile contributors to our communities. Also, because we're getting more and more handball from Victorian government, they should cough up and give some funds to these worthwhile community organisations.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Any further comments from councillors? My comment, thank you, is that thank you, Councillor Getley, for bringing this motion. It's very important that, as has been explained, our neighbourhood houses do darn good work. We as a council haven't been able to fund them like we'd like to over the years. So this reach out to the government to put their money up is a very worthwhile notice of motion. So thank you for bringing that. If there's nobody else wants to speak to it, I'll put the vote. Those in favour of the motion?
Aye.
All in favour? Carried. Thank you very much. Well done. All right, 9.2, questions from councillors. Do we have any questions from councillors tonight? Councillor Getley.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Just a question. As Councillor Stafford alluded to, Anthony Hargraves was awarded the volunteer award to golf Do we still do letters of congratulations, and if so, could he please have one?
We do. They're just not listed on the agenda anymore, but well, they are there and can be part of a report that you put in
Thank you.
on your monthly report for requesting those things. So Jen's taken note, so we will get that letter of congratulations out. Are there any further letters of congratulations that we want to talk about?
I've just got one. I don't know if it's appropriate, but a number of people would have seen Budget Battlers on TV, and local Birchip resident Morris Hogan was the star of the day. And I note that he said at the end of the program that he was going to, if anything ever happened to him, the proceeds of his house when his funeral's been paid for, he would like to donate to the Birchip or to the East Wimmera Health Service. And so I just thought, maybe that's worth a letter. I don't know. You came up well on the telly.
Can we put it in writing?
Yeah, I don't know. But I just thought it was a wonderful way to showcase Birchip and the surrounding environs. But anyway, doesn't matter if you don't think that's appropriate.
It was. Look, I guess it's. Do we think that's? It's been a long time since I've seen the rules and regulations that govern the letters of.
Can we send a letter?
We can send a letter. Yeah. Yep. No, jolly good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hogan. Are there any other letters of congratulations before we go back to any other questions? No? So any other questions from councillors? And what a first, I haven't got one.
What?
I haven't got a question. All right, so if there's no more questions, we'll move on to 9.3, urgent business. Do you have any urgent business for this evening? There's none listed. 9.4, any other business? There's no other business listed. Does any councillor have other business? 9.5, which is matters which may exclude the public. Councillors, we have a confidential matter to consider. Do I have a mover to close this meeting to the public and move to the confidential? Councillor Delaney.